Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
What's going on? The folk in town are talking about you.
They shat on me. That's what.
What? Who did?
All of them.
Wait. Tell me again from the start.
All right, if you want. They caught Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and a fellow named Harold that everyone calls Frost. They're scum who've been hunted for months. Now they've finally been caught, there's a big execution being prepared. Folk will come from miles around to watch.
Well, that's a good thing for you, isn't it?
It would be, if I was fucking doing it.
Isn't it the custom for you to do all the executions in Rattay?
It is. Not just the custom, but by bloody right. You're not being replaced, they said. This is just a loan of Gallows Hill.
They really did fuck you over.
My words exactly.
So who's doing the job?
They invited Executioner Heinz all the way from Kuttenberg. They say it's going to be a big show. Have I ever fucked up an execution? I always behead them in one blow. And when his lordship wants to drag out a hanging, I leave them kicking for minutes. If he wants it quick, they're stiff as soon as I drop them. And they push me aside like that, after all these years of service.
What can we do about it?
Nothing. His lordship's decided, and that's that.
Nothing? You think they should be allowed to get away with this?
Well, no, but
You have the right to executions in Rattay, don't you?
I most certainly do.
Then you're in the right. Don't tell me you can't think what to do about it.
The trouble is, they already paid the executioner and he's come here along with his assistants.
We can't stop the execution, unless Heinz drops dead on the spot.
Which we don't want.
Indeed not. The best thing would be if he fucked up the executions. The famous Kuttenberg executioner can't handle the job. The mob would laugh him out of town and beg me to take over. They'd never invite him here again.
Great, so how do we go about it?
The problem is, I don't know what the sentences will be. They'll only announce them just before the executions, and then it'll be too late to do anything.
Can't we just get him blind drunk?
That wouldn't work. He's no beginner. And even if we did get him drunk, they'd just postpone the executions till he's sobered up.
Suppose I liberate the convicts.
Why the hell would you do that?
Well, it would be an embarrassment, and then...
Only for Rattay, you dolt. Not for the executioner.
Would the bailiff know more?
Maybe. But most likely only Heinz will know the sentence. I've got an idea, though. Will you help me?
Of course.
Great. Thank you, Henry.
So where should I start?
Find out from the bailiff what their crimes are, and then have a look in the Black Chronicle at the Rat House.
It goes back before my time. You're bound to find records of some similar offenders in it. You need to find people who committed the same crimes and came from the same sort of background, noble or lowborn. That way you can find out what the appropriate punishments are.
Then come back to me, and we'll work out what to do.
I'll get moving.
And Henry? They want to do the executions on my gibbet at Gallows Hill. I can hold them up for a while, but probably no more than a week.
I'll bear that in mind.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Master Bailiff, is there anything of interest going on here?
Nothing of interest to me, thank Christ.
I hear there's going to be a big execution here.
There certainly is. It'll be a glorious event for our town. They'll be talking about it for years.
Who's for the chop?
The biggest outlaws and reprobates for miles around. Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and Frost Herald.
What did they do?
What didn't they do, more like? They caused trouble all over the country.
Who's this Peter of Dauba?
A noble who lost his fortune. He's been holding up merchants for months.
That's all?
At first, but then his gang started getting bloodthirsty. They wiped out a whole squad that was hunting them. He won't walk away from this.
What can you tell me about Herald?
They call him Frost because he's always cool as ice, until he starts. I've seen plenty of killers and thugs in my day, but that one's got the devil in him.
Why?
They say the only thing that'll put a smile on his face is the sound of screaming and weeping. That beast kills for pleasure. When they caught him, he had a candle made from the arm of an infant. For luck, he said.
Christ. What about Weiss?
No one actually knows where he came from, but they say the murdering started with him. He never leaves witnesses. He'd rather wipe out a whole village than take a chance.
Thanks, Bailiff. That's all I need to know.
Take care.
This book explains everything about executions.
Yeah. I need your advice.
Did you find out what they did? And did you read the Black Chronicle?
Yes.
So tell me what you found out, and I'll see what I can come up with.
Just bear in mind, I can help you work it out, but you'll only find exactly what you need in the Rattay Black Chronicle. Every executioner has his own way of doing things, and this bastard might have different methods in mind.
Peter of Dauba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman.
I'm gonna choose the wrong one here.
He's to be burnt at the stake.
Burnt. A nobleman. Henry, that's nonsense.
Hermann knows his job, and he will tell you if something doesn't make sense. But you can still make some wrong choices.
George Weiss is a bloodthirsty bastard who left a trail of corpses behind him.
For this guy, you can take this option.
He's to be courted by horses.
That's harsh. But then his crimes were great.
Now, this is a wrong choice, and the game will still let you go through with it.
Frost Herald is the worst of them all, sent by Satan himself. The things he's done would make a demon blanch.
This is another wrong choice.
He's to be burnt at the stake.
From what I've heard about him, that makes sense.
Peter of Dorba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman. His neck is going on the block.
That makes sense. His crimes are great, but he's still a nobleman. So he gets an honorable death.
So, have we got everything we need?
We've covered all the possibilities. There's nothing more we can think up.
So, what's the plan then?
The worst that can happen in quartering by horses is if you've weak or sick old nags. Then, no matter how hard the executioner tries, they won't have the strength to rip the convict apart. He'll just have his joints stretched nicely.
But what can I do about that? He'd notice if I switched horses.
I don't know. An experienced, rich executioner like that will have strong, healthy horses.
I could poison them.
Poison them? Do you know how? And wouldn't that kill them?
I'll just put a small amount in their food, enough to make them sick and weak.
Well, if you can manage it, that might work. He'll have the horses in his camp.
I could just steal them.
No, then either he'd borrow some others or they'd postpone the execution.
That's enough for me.
It doesn't happen often, but if the executioner's inexperienced and doesn't build the fire properly, he could have trouble getting it started. No one enjoys looking at a pile of wood for hours.
But how can I make sure the wood won't catch light?
That could be hard. Much as I hate to admit it, that executioner isn't some rank beginner. He'll drench the whole wood pile in oil first.
How about if I switch the wood?
That wouldn't work. He'll put the oil on it just before lighting it.
And if I switched the oil, or diluted it with water?
That could work. But make sure no one sees you doing it. He'll probably have the keg of oil right in his camp.
That'll do me.
An executioner's greatest boast is to behead with one blow. That's why an executioner's sword needs to be a splendid piece of craftsmanship and sharp as a razor.
I follow you, but how can I get to the sword?
It won't be easy. The executioner's sword is one of his most valuable instruments.
Couldn't it just be switched for a different one?
He'd notice straight away. It's different than a regular sword, heavier with a blunt point. The balance is different too.
I could take yours and...
He'd recognize that too. An executioner knows his sword like the back of his hand. He'd notice as soon as he picked it up.
So I'll have to steal it, dull the blade, and put it back before anyone notices?
Yes, that's probably the only way.
That'll be interesting. And how can I dull the sword? Should I hack at a stone wall?
I thought you were a blacksmith, son. It's enough to caulk up the honing. That will make much less noise.
That'll do me. Thanks.
So first, I would like to do this quest the wrong way. And what I like about it is that even the wrong way gives you different objectives. Like water down the oil for the pyre and weaken the horses by poisoning them. These are wrong objectives. The only right one is dull the executioner's sword. Poison that I need, I have it in my storage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing I can do is tell Hermann that I've done my tasks,
Yeah.
even though I haven't.
About the executions.
Is it done? Can I let them get on with the executions now?
If you tell him yes, the quest will move on to next stage.
Not yet. I'll try one more thing.
Look out.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna go and do these two wrong objectives because they don't affect anything. Gonna wait till midnight.
There. They won't be pulling anything for a few days. Except long faces. There we go. Won't be lighting anything with this. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go tell Hermann that I'm done.
About the executions.
Is it done? Can I let them get on with the executions now?
Yes.
Now all we have to do is go and enjoy the show.
Executions take place here.
Into your hands, Lord, I commend my spirit. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, who redeemed me by his precious blood, have mercy on me and lead me to eternal glory. Amen.
Didn't you say it was going to be a fiasco?
Well,
You cheated me, you weasel. I won't forget that.
I feel quite hungry.
God's blessings.
Ilishka, what's happening with Hermann? Folk are saying he's on the rampage.
He's been badly treated, but you'd better talk to him about it.
And where can I find him?
If he's not somewhere around here, he must be drowning his sorrows in the alehouse in Rattay. Unfortunately.
Ilishka... Thanks.
Take care.
Now I'm gonna reload and do this quest properly.
I need your advice.
Did you find out what they did? And did you read the Black Chronicle?
Yes.
So tell me what you found out, and I'll see what I can come up with.
Just bear in mind, I can help you work it out, but you'll only find exactly what you need in the Rattay Black Chronicle. Every executioner has his own way of doing things, and this bastard might have different methods in mind.
Peter of Dorba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman.
Correct answer is he's for the chop, but I can get some speech experience by choosing wrong answers.
He's to be hanged.
They're going to hang a nobleman? That doesn't sound likely.
Peter of Dorba. He's to be drowned.
I don't believe it. That's the penalty for arson.
Peter of Dorba has many murders.
You even get speech experience by pressing back.
George Weiss is a bloodthirsty bastard who...
And there it is.
Peter of Dorba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman. His neck is going on the block.
That makes sense. His crimes are great, but he's still a nobleman. So he gets an honorable death.
George Weiss is a bloodthirsty bastard who left a trail of corpses behind him.
For George, correct one is hanged.
He hasn't earned an honourable death. He's for a long drop on a short rope.
A murderer deserves nothing better. That makes sense.
Frost Herald is the worst of them all, sent by Satan himself. The things he's done would make a demon blanch.
For this guy is torture.
The executioner will take his time with that one. He'll be begging to die. If I read correctly, it'll start with ripping the flesh.
Aye, could be. He deserves nothing better.
So, have we got everything we need?
We've covered all the possibilities. There's nothing more we can think up.
So, what's the plan then?
An executioner's greatest boast is to behead with one blow. That's why an executioner's sword needs to be a splendid piece of craftsmanship and sharp as a razor.
I follow you, but how can I get to the sword?
It won't be easy. The executioner's sword is one of his most valuable instruments.
Couldn't it just be switched for a different one?
He'd notice straight away. It's different than a regular sword, heavier with a blunt point. The balance is different too.
I could take yours and...
He'd recognize that too. An executioner knows his sword like the back of his hand. He'd notice as soon as he picked it up.
So I'll have to steal it, dull the blade and put it back before anyone notices?
Yes, that's probably the only way.
That'll be interesting. And how can I dull the sword? Should I hack at a stone wall?
I thought you were a blacksmith, son. It's enough to caulk up the honing. That will make much less noise.
That'll do me.
With ripping of the flesh, the bastard has to suffer, but survive as long as possible.
So, if Herald drops dead right at the start...
The executioner will look like a fool.
But how can I make sure it happens?
I don't know. It depends on the skill of the executioner. An experienced one starts in places where there's no threat of heavy bleeding, the sides, the chest.
And the Kuttenberg executioner is definitely experienced.
No doubt. They use a kind of special tongs, and in between the ripping, the convict's wounds are treated so he can take more.
What if I get the one who's supposed to dress the wounds drunk?
Don't do that. It could be someone from Rattay, and even if it isn't, the blame wouldn't fall on the executioner.
Maybe the tongs could be spiked with something nasty.
And you'd know what to use?
I know a little, and I might be able to get something.
That would work. Good idea, Hal.
That'll do me. What about the hanging?
If the rope breaks when it's done, it's an unbelievable disgrace for the executioner. Folk see it as the will of God, and sometimes he even has to let the condemned man go.
I could shoot the rope through from a distance with an arrow.
Don't be daft. No, you couldn't.
But I'm...
Where did you get such a stupid idea? From some wench? Even if you somehow hit it, that rope's much too strong.
Well...
And even if you did manage to shoot it through, do you really think nobody would notice?
Maybe it's not the best plan I've ever come up with.
I certainly hope not.
What about switching it?
That could work. I've got an old rope here I don't use anymore. It looks fine, but it's run. It'll be perfect.
Great, I'll use that. Supposing I just cut it?
I doubt it would work. The executioner will check it before the hanging when he's preparing the gallows. He'd probably notice.
That'll do me. Thanks.
These are correct objectives. I need to go get poison now.
God save you. Good night. What do you need?
I'm interested in your services.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
I've heard you have nice girls here.
I'm sure you'll be
Now, while
extremely
Henry is
satisfied.
relaxing, I want to show you what happens when you kill the executioner.
You've no business here. Clear off.
So, that executioner won't be bothering you anymore?
What? That was you? God almighty.
So then,
Go! Get out! I never want to see you here again.
but...
Get out! Get out, you murdering swine!
Pliers are located here.
If he tries to torture anyone with this, the lucky fellow will die quickly.
Rope is up here.
That should do it. It will never hold the weight of a grown man.
And now I have to get the weapon. I would love if this guy would move.
Hey! What are you doing? Clear up quick, or I'll throw you. Can I do anything to help? Hey! What? What do you want here? Go and play your game somewhere else. What are you doing here?
Okay, he moved. Perfect. Executioner has a key. It's useful to have this key if somebody sleeps here in this bed because of this chest. Since there's nobody, I'm gonna lockpick. Otherwise, I would just open it with a key. Stab 26/79, blunt 5. Weight 4.1. Hey, that was guy with cool pants. For this quest, smoke is good. You don't want to see sparks, you want to see smoke coming out of blade. That will make it blunt. Condition 2. I can make it worse. Zero. Awesome. Also got a perk. In maintenance. When you repair your armor, you're able to pad it so it doesn't jangle as much, keeping down your noise and helping your stealth ability. I'll take that. Hey! Look who it is. That guy is still there. Once you put back Executioner's blade in this storage,
There. Couldn't chop the head off a chicken with this.
you can retake it right away because the game already acknowledged that you put it back and it won't affect the quest in any way. And if you don't do it right now, you can still do it after the quest, which is what I'm going to do. Rattay tourney. Today. I could read a book while waiting for the tourney. What do I have? Level 15 horsemanship. Do I have that? It's 15. Can read that. Herbalism 5. Strength 15, I don't have that. Vitality 15. Reading 15. Stealth 15. Maintenance. Speech 10. Is it 10 yet? Alchemy 10. Hunting. Lockpicking 10. Let's get hunting first.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I'd like to enroll in the big tournament.
All right. As long as you've got the enrollment stake. Sir Hanish's rule is every contestant has to put up 60 groschen.
Of course. Here you are.
I'll write your name down. Henry, you said. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
Longsword. I reckon it's what I'm best at.
Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. Good luck then. The first combatant will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay Kubla. And he will face Jake the Stake, a brewery hand from Rattay. Welcome our warriors. The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. We will witness a duel with longswords.
God! What's the matter? You're dead.
The first victor in our tourney is Henry of Skalitz. Change weapons for the second bout. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Fuck!
That Master Strike is so good.
Henry of Skalitz. As victor in this round, he shall proceed to the next. Entering the arena now will be Calder o' the Tar, catchpole of the Rattay bailiff, who will measure his skills against Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay Kubla. Let us wish the combatants luck. All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
What's up? Shit yourself? Cunt!
Change weapons for the second bout. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Fucker!
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. As victor in this round, he shall proceed to the next. Meeting face to face in this round will be Bowman Richard from the garrison of Sir Divish of Tamburg, who will measure his skills against Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay. Let us wish the combatants luck. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Shit! Give up!
The first victor in our tourney is Henry of Skalitz. And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Bugger!
The victor of the second duel is Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Rattay tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sahanush of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Rattay. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sahanush.
You put on a hell of a show, Henry. Here's your hard-earned reward.
Thank you, Sir Hannes.
Good luck, then. God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Sir, I met the parish priest of Uzhitz, and I must say he's a very interesting man.
I should say so. Have you ever seen him at swordplay? Not bad for a man of the cloth, is he? Rumour has it, when he finished his studies at the university where his father sent him, he decided the religious life wasn't for him, and vanished to foreign parts. They say he made a living as a mercenary. I even heard he fought against the Turk at the Battle of Kosovo, and then he suddenly came back and settled down here. No doubt it cost his family plenty, but he's a fair man and I'm fond of him. There's a lot to be said for a priest with a good understanding of vice. See you later.
Let's see that new armor. It weighs more than this one and has lower defense. It has less noise and more charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have money?
God be with you. Farewell.
50. He has a book. I'll trade him for that book.
Pity on me, a poor wretch. Sigismund and his murderers took everything I had.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
About the executions.
Is it done? Can I let them get on with the executions now?
Yes.
Now all we have to do is go and enjoy the show.
Show will happen next day at 14. In the meantime,
Yeah.
I can read some books.
Yeah.
Maybe go on a date.
Yeah.
Hey! How are you?
What am I to do with these? So if someone...
That's the arrest.
What am I to do with...
That.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that. I'll see you later.
He has 1k.
God be with you, Henry. Congratulations on your victory in the tournament.
How about another little outing with me?
You never give up, do you? That would be great. Only not just now. Come and see me in a day or two.
I wonder what Theresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time.
You've read enough today.
I've come for my winnings.
All right. Here's your winnings. Damn it. There'll be another tourney in a week or so. Are you going to give me a chance to win my groschen back?
We'll see. Thanks. About betting on the tourney, I'd be interested. What kind of wager are we talking about?
I'm glad to hear it. A nice little wager. Well, break a leg. Literally, I hope. God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was he doing at the baths, huh? Was he moving furniture?
Yeah.
God's blessing.
I'm interested in your...
So what?
I'd like,
I'm sure you'll... God be with you.
Oh.
This is nice. Seeing people actually walking from the city to check out the execution. I usually wait till 14 or 2 p.m.
Into your hands, Lord, I commend my spirit. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, who redeemed me by his precious blood, have mercy on me and lead me to eternal glory. Amen.
What the f...
Yo! Learn how to ride a horse, idiot!
Aye, thank God. My back's killing me.
Damn!
Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron!
Ow! Watch where you're going.
Learn how to ride a horse, idiot!
Stay away from people if you
Watch
can't
out, for
ride
God's
a horse,
sake!
you
There's people
moron!
here!
Watch where you're going, you lout.
Are you
nearly
blind,
killed
for
me.
Christ's sake?
There's people walking here. Did I tell you about my wife's latest?
Damn! Yeah! Are you blind? For Christ's sake, there's people walking here.
Damn! Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron!
Anyway, I showed a couple of pieces she made last time to old Tonda from Tabor.
Yeah!
He doesn't have his boots because I took them from him. I should have taken all the clothes so that he executes naked. Now I'm gonna go get his weapon because this is the last chance.
Yeah.
Both him and his weapon despawn after this quest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? Hey! Well, what's that? Well, what do you want? Hey! What's that?
Yeah.
Now I got myself a new weapon for my collection.
Yeah.
$91.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that? An utter disgrace.
It certainly was. The executioner couldn't hold his head high after that.
True. The whole crowd was looking forward to it, and right at the start he fucked up the beheading. And then he took the tongs and... and the fellow kicked the bucket right away. Jesus, how he gaped. and then furious as a rabid dog. Furious, he grabs the last one. And he wasn't even able to hang him. I'll be forever grateful to you, Hal. You saved my job, and you deserve a reward for it.
Thank you.
Recipe for Lazarus. Joy of gutting. Recipe for Bane and money.
Can you help me with training my dog?
Certainly.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna leave this. This. Already know, already know. Hey.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Would you like to get up to some more mischief? It was fun the last time.
Yes, it was. I'm a bit surprised you thought so too.
Although a girl doesn't get a chance to tend the wounds of a gallant defender every day. It's quite late to be going out somewhere just now. Will you come tomorrow?
I might. I'm gonna go do that quest now.
Yeah. 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 Yeah! Sick?
That's a good boy. That's my... Look what I've...
Piccinaso! Niczak, ty bój ty! Idziesz! Idź na zalejczyk! O ty! Leciato! Osta zagejdlano! Idziesz!
Where's this guy going? Main level. As long as you remain still, your tiredness and hunger will stay at the same level. I love this perk.
Good fella. That's my... Look what I've... You'll...
Hé, mit? Itt épp egy malacka tévedt a disznó. Ja!
Itt nem látom, megjött a mulatság.
A szarba! Ja!
There's the good... That's... Look what... You'll...
Mit keresel itt?
oss hen vad grossi du ben. Ez nem csináltad jól.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. God save you.
I've taken care of that camp.
Have you brought me proof?
Here it is.
Good work. Well done. Now it seems we can take a bit of a breather. There's no sign of any humans around here. I must say, I'm impressed with the job you've done.
Thank you, Captain.
But it would be a pity to waste your talents. They say the roads aren't safe even by Sazau, or around Skalids. God preserve us. Over there, the brigands are on the rampage.
Well, I'll be glad to deal with them.
I don't doubt it. But in Sasau, you'll have to go first to Sir Sebastian. He's the custodian of the Sasau Monastery, and in charge of security in that region. He'll tell you where to find them, and I'm sure he'll be glad of a helping hand.
Very well, Captain. I'll head there then.
Yeah. Yeah.
What time is it?
Yeah.
Almost nighttime. Let's go back to Theresa. Gonna sleep there. Go on a date. And then adventure time. More quests after that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Time to read some books now, again.
There's the good doggy. That's my boy. Look what I've got. You'll...
I won't need that. What can I read now? Strength book? That's all I can read. Heavy swing. Your attacks cause greater damage but cost you 10% more stamina. Applies only to weapons that require strength to wield. I also want to take defense. Well worn. You're able to equip your armor, weapons, and other items so cleverly that are 1/3 lighter than they actually weigh in the inventory. Knight in shining armor. In sunny weather, the glint of your armor will dazzle everyone so much, you'll be taken for a noble knight and get a charisma bonus. The more plate armor components you wear, the higher the bonus. Gonna chill under this beautiful night sky.
Hey! Henry's coming!
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Do you still feel like doing something together?
Shall we play Blind Man's Buff?
That's really what you want to do?
I know it's a game for children, but I always liked it, and I won't feel stupid playing it with you.
All right, why not?
Good. Then follow me. Nobody will see us here in this barn.
Are you shy?
It's a game for little children. Of course I'm embarrassed.
Well, adults play it too, you know.
But only when they're drunk. Oh.
I'll cover my eyes.
Well, they do say love is blind.
Cheeky boy. But this is a game you won't be winning. I've got ears sharper than a bat.
And I'm as stealthy as a cat. You'll never find me.
We'll see. But if you leave the barn, you lose. Come here. Come on, spin me around. What are you waiting for?
Blind I may be, deaf I'm not. Make a sound, and you'll get got. How does it go after that?
It doesn't matter. Go and hide.
Ha! Got you. What was that? Was that you? I bet you're here. No? Here? Where are you? You're a sneaky one. How come I didn't hear you? Oh no! I've left clothes out to dry. We have to bring them in before they get soaked. Huh. Oh no, it's completely soaked.
You'll have to put it by the stove to dry.
No, that would just make it reek of smoke. Help me bring it to the hay.
It's sopping wet.
Not afraid of thunderstorms, are you?
Not anymore.
Shouldn't we spread the linen out?
Henry, hush now.
Henry's definitely gonna spread something. With this, I got a new buff. Smitten. When you're smitten by love, the world seems more beautiful than before, and maybe you seem more beautiful to the world. After spending time with your beloved, your charisma is temporarily increased by 3.
About that evening.
Ah, yes. I never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry. That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? And anyway, what do you mean by next time? Just what exactly do you have in mind for the two of us?
How do you see things?
Me? Well, when you're not behaving like a total nincompoop. I kind of like being with you.
I behave like a nincompoop?
Yes, like now answering a question with another question. How do you see it with us, Henry? If I really must say it, I like you very much, and you saved my life in Skalitz.
And you saved mine. So we're even. Well, we'll be together. Like a couple. And when the time comes, you'll take me as your husband, right?
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you. Now you'd have to get Uncle Peshek's blessing.
I reckon I'd have no better luck with him. Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry. But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make? You can't sit still in one place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but... I'm very fond of you, you know. And maybe one day...
I know, you silly sod. We can't get married yet. But we can still see each other and be fond of each other.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
In this weather? Let's leave it for another time, eh?
I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here.
Oh no, he heard everything. He's giving me the look. Now let's get some funny dialogues before I leave.
Yeah.
God bless.
I'd like to make use...
So what?
I'd like, a private bath for 2.
I'm sure you'll be...
Alpha male buff removes the smitten buff. And if you go back to Theresa with alpha male now,
Yeah.
some cool things could happen.
Yeah.
Well, well, Henry. Where have you been? Actually, never mind. Uncle has the same look on his face when he's been at those nasty baths. What have you been up to?
Yes. I've been with another girl. I'm sorry.
Really, Henry? I never expected that from you. Do you take me for some silly goose of a village girl who will warm your bed for you while you're out whoring? Well, you can think again. Get out of here and don't come back. I'm finished with you.
Let's see other responses.
Well, well, Henry. Where have you been?
I'd never cheat on you. I was at the baths, but just to get cleaned up. My word of honour.
All right. But I'd rather you washed at the tub here and not there with those loose women.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Funny you should say that, Peshek.
Well, well, how come you stink like that? You've been with whores, haven't you?
Never. Why on earth would I go with some harlot when I've got the prettiest girl around?
You silver-tongued devil. But I know you. You'd never lie to me, would you?
Welcome, Henry.
I'm sorry for doubting you.
And the last one.
Well, well, Henry. How come you stink like that?
What if I have? A man has his needs. Just because we're together doesn't mean you can tell me what I can or can't do.
So that's your attitude, is it? Well, you know what? Go with your whores. Do what you like. Just go and do it somewhere else.
Henry,
and
I'm
don't
glad you
show
came.
your face here again.
After all of that, I'm gonna go to Ledechko and do this quest. Among some other stuff I find there. I do have Poppy in my storage. But let's get this one. I need 10 for this quest. $48. Enough for the quest and flower power. Ladies and gentlemen, Ledechko Adventures will continue in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.